Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the week ahead has in store for you. So this week, for your week ahead from the March reading, you have the Moon card, and the Moon card for you, Pisces, is your card. The Moon card represents the sign of Pisces. So it's an interesting one because it means that you are in your energy. Your energy is currently being permeated through everything because the sun is in Pisces. Mercury is retrograde in Pisces. So there's this whole kind of Piscean energy to the week, but it's moving through everything and ultimately it's moving through you. Now, the Moon card represents so many different things, but for you this week, I feel like it's going to give you an opportunity to dispel some of your fears, to dispel some of the things that you might have been afraid of. Now, the challenge with that is that in order to release our fears, we have to face them. We have to see what they are. So this week there could be a moment, maybe it's an event, maybe it's an experience that happens that makes you go, oh, you know, and you could really be feeling the fear. Now, the beauty of this is when you observe it and you see it, you have a chance to rewrite it and to change that experience. And not only that experience, but also the experience that you have from here on in, because once you name and shame whatever it is that you're afraid of. One of my favorite lines from a book was, there's nothing frightening in the dark if you just face it. And this week it does feel like there is going to be something that pops up for you, and when you see it, you are then able to say, right, okay, you know what, I know what it is that I need to let go, or I know how it is that I can move past this now. For your actions and your path ahead, you have the Seven of Pentacles. There is no better investment for any of your time or your resources than yourself. I remember when I was 17, I went to get my hair cut and I overheard these two guys talking, you know, about life and all the rest of it, as you do in a hairdresser's or a barber shop. And the funny thing is, one of the guys actually turned to the other and said, oh, you know, I want to do this and I want to do that, but I can't really afford it. And the other guy said to him, you know what, in life, there's no greater investment than yourself. If you're ever going to spend money, don't buy cars, houses, or all the rest of it. Spend your money on yourself, on making yourself a better person. The Seven of Pentacles is about the time, the money, the energy, the resources that you invest. And here on your action path, look at that. Right, the Seven Pentacles right over the seven chakras of the body. This is about you bringing yourself back into alignment, and it's about you finding, or certainly this week, there's going to be an opportunity that presents itself, and it's not going to be like a work opportunity or anything like that. This is going to be something that it will be life enhancing and life affirming for you. There's going to be some opportunity, maybe some experience that's offered to you, maybe one that comes back from the past, you know, maybe something that somebody says to you, oh, you know, do you remember when you said we were going to do this? Like, well, actually there's a chance to do it again. Do you want to go? Before you think to yourself, oh, I haven't got the money, or I don't know if I can justify the expense and blah, blah, blah. Don't talk yourself out of it, because the chances are this is the thing that you need to take you to the next level. There is no greater investment for your time, your energy, your money, or your resources than yourself. Trust me, all right? For your communications and conversations, you have the Seven of Wands, right? So this is really interesting because the Seven of Wands is about standing your ground, having the guts to speak your truth, having the guts to really stand up and be counted, to say what needs to be said, to do what needs to be done. The number 7 itself is actually about endurance. It's a very powerful number. It's a very spiritual number. And the fact that all of this is coming through the Moon card, this is asking you to look at what your fears are and really discover, are they even warranted? Are they just echoes and shadows of of something from the past. Take a look at that, really. And with the Seven of Wands here as your communications and conversations, this is a time for you to really get to grips with this, this is the time to do the battle. Now, what I will say to you, because it is with the communications and conversations, this might be a conversation that you have, and it may come up with somebody, maybe somebody mentions something and you feel really defensive, and you could be thinking to yourself, oh, okay, why is this triggering me so much? Because it's a shadow or an echo of the past, and you are facing this. It's just an old fear. It's not a present one, and it's trying to rule the future. It's trying to rule the present and the future, and you're not going to let it. All right, so for your money and materials, you have the High Priestess. So some sort of hidden monies could be coming to light. Maybe you could be saying to yourself, right, you know what, usually I wouldn't spend this money in this way or on this thing, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to invest my time and my money wisely for a change. Not saying that you don't usually, but you know what I mean. The other thing with this High Priestess underneath the Seven of Pentacles, you might be wanting to do something this week. Maybe you want to invest in something, maybe you want to buy something, maybe you want to move ahead with something. To a lot of people, it might be something that, they don't really understand, or, maybe they say, oh, why are you doing that? I don't think that's a good idea. It's not about whether anybody else thinks it's a good idea or feels that it's a good idea. This is down to you. This is what you should be doing for yourself. Your intuition is pushing you and driving you to do something, or to invest money in a specific area of your life. And underneath that Seven of Pentacles, it's a worthy investment. Whatever it is, you go for it. Give it everything that you have. All right. And then finally, for your love and relations, ooh, Ace of Cups, right opposite the High Priestess. For some of you, this could be about a secret admirer finally comes forward. Maybe for those of you that are single, this is a great week for love. Get out there, mingle, talk to people, go out, and come out of your shell as well. Present all of you. Don't sort of be like, oh, well, I've just met them, so I have to keep my crazy under wraps. Not me, boy. When I was single and out dating, nah, fuck that. You ain't getting no censored or edited version of me. What you see is what you get. Quirks and craziness and all. Because ultimately, I want you to know who it is that who it is that you have a possibility to be with. I don't want to give you one version of me, and then when we start dating, you're like, okay, this dude is crazy. Nah, don't do that. Don't censor or edit yourself. Don't, you don't need to be anything more than you are, right? And for this, especially because your Ace of Cups is a new beginning when it comes to love, but it's where, you're just in that space of like, you know what, I'm ready. I'm really ready. And when you really are ready and you're in your own power and you're in your own strength and you've done all the work and released what you need to, that's when somebody truly special turns up for you. And I really feel like that's going to happen for a lot of you this week, for those of you that are single, for those of you that are partnered. This looks great, and because it falls underneath that Seven of Wands, it looks like you and a partner there may be a challenge that comes up for you this week, Pisces, but your partner has your back. It's almost like they're saying, you know what, it's not your problem, it's our problem, and we are going to face this together. So if you have a moment of challenge or something that comes up and you think, shit, I've got to deal with this, and you're in a partnership or a relationship, your partner has you. With the Ace of Cups, trust me, they have your back. It doesn't matter what it is, obviously short of I murdered somebody, or, oh, by the way, I just bet the house on the roulette table. Do you know what I mean? Like, babe, you need to sit down. Oh, where's the car, love? Do you know, I'm making light of the situation, but whatever comes up for you this week, for those of you that are partnered, your partner has your back. For those of you that are single, this could be a very, very good week for love. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Take care, and I'll see you soon.